You can call it normal. Your nervous system doesn't care what you call it. A jaw that never unclenches, sleep that stops restoring you, a stomach that tightens before the email opens. Stress does not explain every symptom, and it never justifies skipping medical care. But repeated stress can keep multiple body systems on alert. When your life demands that you perform fine all day, your body may be the first place the cost appears. Signal, not diagnosis. That boundary matters because the internet loves a dramatic explanation. Every illness begins in the mind. The kidneys remember sadness, the shoulders store the past, the body never lies. Those lines feel profound because they turn uncertainty into certainty. They do not turn a video into a diagnosis. Some of them do not describe credible biology at all. Stress is physical, but it is not mystical. A stress response can change your breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, muscle tension, and sweating. That is not your body betraying you. It is a coordinated response built to meet a demand. When the demand is brief, activation can help you react and then settle. The problem is not that your stress system exists. The problem is repetition without enough recovery. One difficult meeting ends. The anticipation of the next one does not. The message is answered. Your jaw stays braced. The deadline moves. Your sleep does not recover. Researchers use the idea of allostasis to describe how the body adjusts to demands. When that adjustment is repeatedly called upon or poorly shut down, the accumulated strain is often described as allostatic load. That does not mean chronic stress guarantees a disease. It does not mean one emotion targets one organ. It means repeated stress can keep several systems working harder and may contribute to cumulative wear. For some people, stress is associated with headaches, muscle tension, disrupted sleep, digestive symptoms, fatigue, or worsening of an existing condition. The words that matter are can, may, and for some people. The same symptoms can also come from many other causes. That is where two lazy conclusions compete. The first says, nothing is wrong, it is just stress. The second says, stress caused everything. Both conclusions outrun the evidence. Dismissing a symptom is not sophistication. Assigning it a psychological cause without evaluation is not insight. The phrase, the body never lies, sounds decisive, but it hides a category error. A sensation can be real without explaining its own cause. A smoke alarm can tell you that something needs attention. It cannot tell you whether the source is burnt toast, faulty wiring, or a fire behind the wall. The signal matters. The interpretation still requires evidence. The same is true when someone says a shoulder stores trauma or an organ holds grief. Those metaphors may describe how tension or pain feels. They should not be sold as anatomy. Stress can be associated with muscle tension, headaches, sleep disruption, and digestive symptoms. That is already consequential. There is no need to invent an organ memory system to make suffering sound legitimate. And if a test is normal, that does not prove a symptom is imagined. Unexplained does not mean unreal. It means the explanation has not been established. Anxiety and depression can include physical symptoms, and mental and physical illness can coexist. A psychological factor may be part of the picture. It should not be used as an eraser for the rest of the picture. A more honest response runs on two tracks at once. First, take the symptoms seriously enough to evaluate. Is it new, severe, persistent, worsening, disabling, or otherwise unusual for you? Is there an urgent danger? Those questions belong with qualified medical care, not a comment section. Second, notice the pattern without pretending the pattern is a verdict. When does the symptom appear? What demands, sleep changes, meals, exertion, medications, or other conditions surround it? A simple record can help a clinician see context. It cannot diagnose you by itself. Then ask the question high-functioning people are trained to avoid. What does your life require you to keep overriding? Not every hard week is harmful. Not every tense shoulder contains a hidden story. But if your days demand constant readiness, constant availability, and constant emotional concealment, calling that pattern normal does not make it neutral. Support is not a magical confession that cures the body. It can mean talking with a healthcare professional, a mental health professional, or someone trustworthy enough to help you stop performing certainty. It can mean treating recovery as part of the workload instead of a prize you earn after the workload is gone. The goal is not to blame you for being stressed. The goal is to stop using your competence as evidence that the cost is zero. You do not get extra points for functioning so convincingly that your distress has to become physical before you believe it. Listen to the signal. Refuse the mythology. Keep the medical questions medical, and keep the psychological questions open long enough to answer honestly. Physical symptoms can have many causes. Seek medical care for new, severe, persistent, worsening, or disabling symptoms. Use local emergency services for urgent symptoms or immediate danger. Your body deserves attention, not a story imposed on it. Signal, not diagnosis.